Hello guys, so welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a home brewing kit. I thought I'd try home brewing because the price of beer these days is going up and up, and the recession on. So I thought I guess it's a cheaper option, isn't it? So let's see how it works out. So I've got this online. This is St. Peter's Brewery, Golden Ale. St. Peter's Brewery from Suffolk. Established 1996 from memory, 1996. So 4.7%, and it makes 36 pints. And this was £22.99 on their website. Yeah, you can actually get it from Amazon, but it's more expensive. So if you want this particular one, go direct to the brewery. I think on Amazon it was like £30, so you're getting a bit ripped off really. But yeah, get this direct from the brewery. It works out at 61p a pint, like I say, and it's got quite an interesting backstory on there about where they brewed a beer. It was established back in the 1500s. The building, St. Peter's Hall in Suffolk. So let's get cracking. Right, so bought the beer kit. That was £22.99. Here's all the equipment I got. Sorry about the camera angle, it's not great here, but this has got all the kit I got was £31 online. I think I did get it from Amazon. £31. Comes with the fermenter bucket. A fermenter bucket with it's got a temperature gauge on there, your measurements obviously. I've got heating belts for when you're fermenting the beer, make sure it's the right temperature. We got it's okay with the kit, so you've got a stirring spoon, you got the siphon after it's fermenting to put it into conditioning tank. So there we go. So first job is to put the two cans. It came with nice two cans in there, and the first job is to sit them in hot water over here for 5 minutes. That's just so that it's like a treacle like syrup in here. So I've done this before, not this particular one, but I've done a few of these in packets. They were interesting though, they weren't in tins. So we're going to see how this compares to it. So heat them up in hot water for 5 minutes. That's just sort of treacle-like substance. Sort of gets a bit runnier really, so you can pour it out of the tin easier. So that's been in there for about 5 minutes, I think. So we're going to open the first tin up. Going to pour it in the fermenting bucket, and you'll be quite careful with temperatures. The temperature when you put the yeast in, you don't want to be too hot, too cold, otherwise the yeast won't do its job and you just end up with pretty horrible beer. So here's the first tin. Let's do this one here. Yeah, you can't argue with that, can you? 61p a pint. You know, as long as it turns out decent beer, that is, you know. But I know some of the home brew I've tasted before has been pretty bad, pretty shocking. So it's worth it if it tastes good. If it doesn't taste good, it's probably not worth it. So here we go. Obviously, before I should have said, obviously you've got to sterilise, you've got to clean everything really thoroughly. So there's no opportunity for germs, bacteria to get in there and ruin the beer. So I actually bleached. I used a bit of bleach, not too much bleach. You don't want to put too much bleach in there, otherwise the whole fermenter and everything just really smells of bleach, and you can't get rid of that smell, and then they come through in the beer. So only a little bit of bleach just to kill all the bacteria in there, and wash that out, and let that stand overnight then in water, get rid of the smell of the bleach, And then this morning I sterilised it. I've got a steriliser powder here, steriliser powder, no rinse sanitizer. Got that on Amazon. I don't think it was really much, a few pounds that was. You just put a few teaspoons of that in there. Sterilises all the equipment. Yeah, say sterilising, very important. So I bleached the worktop here, bleached it. Yeah, I feel like I should be like that guy Walter White, isn't it, and Breaking Bad with the old overalls in and the masks, but I haven't gone that far anyway. So, but no rinse sanitizer, put it in. I let that stand, everything in there for 1 hour, and that does the job. But here we go. So it's like a treacle like syrup here. I put that in first. If there is any malt syrup still left in a tin, you know, at the bottom of the tin, I would wash that out with a bit of boiling water, so you get everything into the fermenter bucket, which is what I'm going to do here because it's pretty gloopy syrup this, so there's going to be quite a bit left in here, I think, and I won't be able to get all this syrup out just by pouring it like this. So what I'm going to do, put a bit of boiling water, it's just boiled. I'm going to put a bit of boiling water into the tin here, just to rinse the rest of that out. Mind my fingers. Here she goes. There's still a bit left in there, so yeah, maybe I didn't leave it in the sink long enough, to be honest, because it's still really gloopy at the bottom there. But what I might do actually, I'm just going to scrape the rest of that out with this little sanitised stirring spoon. There we go. That's getting it out quite nicely now. Don't want to get everything out of there, don't you, really? Get all that malt and hops, get all that goodness in there. Put that in there. Next tin. Open the next tin now. Hopefully this is a bit warmer, so it won't be quite so gloopy, I hope. Also got these kegs, these plastic kegs. These plastic kegs, I can't remember, I think they were about £25 this was. I got 2 of them. So £25, and you can see that it comes well, it's back to front, isn't it? So it doesn't really help you guys, but yeah, it's got all the temperatures on there and what temperatures you need to rest it at. But I saw online you can get all types of different beer packs now. I even saw one from Tiny Rebel. It was their so we've got quite a few of the beers you can get. And I saw you can actually buy this one from St. Peter's Brewery on the shops. I've seen this beer in a bottle, the Golden Ale, for I think it's £1.50 a bottle in Morrison's. I know they do the plum porter as well, don't they? St. Peter's Brewery. In bottles, all bottled beer. So let's put that one in. Again, I'm going to have to use a kettle here because just to get the rest of that out, because it's really gloopy. Try and get it all out here. Try and get this lid off here. There we go. There we go, get the rest of that in. I'm quite excited for this beer because, like I say, I mean, I like a beer, and it's just getting more. It's getting, the cost of everything's going up, isn't it? Electricity, of course. Let's talk about recession. So inflation going up and up. even the supermarket costs of groceries is going up and up. So I thought, yeah, what a better time to do some home brewing. A bit of wash off in there. Right, now it says you've got instructions on the back of the pack, so it's really simple to do. Really simple to do. The can stay in the hot water 5 minutes. Now I've got to add 6 pints of boiling water, 3.5 litres. So you'll see got that in. So I've got 2.5 litres of the malt syrup in there now. So I just want to add it up to, what's that, 6 litres, isn't it? 2.5, yeah, 3, yep, 6 litres. So I want to add up to 6 litres. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. I have to boil the kettle again. But for the price of the kit, this is the entry stuff. Obviously, price of the kit. It's hardly anything, is it really? When the price of the beer even in the supermarket is like what, if you want a £1.50 maybe a bottle or a can. So the kit cost me £31 for the fermenting bucket, £21 for the keg, and I bought a few extra bits as well, probably about £10 worth. For capping the bottles, I'll show you that on the next episode really, when it's fermented and I transfer it into bottles and the keg. So I'll do some new bottles and I'll show you the rest of the equipment I got. So what I'm going to do now, while that's boiling actually, I'm going to start stirring this. I'm going to start stirring the malt in there. Because what you want to do is really get it oxygenated. Just so you want to get as much oxygen in there as possible, just so the yeast can do its job. So I'm going to start stirring that now. While I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the old kettle to boil, and once the old kettle's boiled again, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so welcome back. So now the kettle's boiled, so I'm going to add the rest of that. Hopefully that's going to get it up to the 6 litre mark now. Yeah. Done the job there, so it's up to the 6 litre mark. So I'm going to give it a good stir. Trying to get that nicely oxygenated. Now I've got to make that up. I think it was the 20 litres I've got to make it up to. Just check that. Yep, 20 litres. It's a 30 litre fermenting bucket. Unfortunately my sink has got these small tiny taps on there, so the bucket won't fit in the sink. So I'm going to have to do it down. I have to do it down here. Could have done this in the bathroom, but I don't think it's probably not the most, best place to be brewing beer really. So hopefully you can see. Hopefully you can see it down. See it along here. I'm going to go back a bit. Just going to add it up to 20 litres. That's getting really foamy and oxygenated in there now. That's what you want. So when I'm pouring the water, I'm doing it from quite a big height. So a lot of splashing and oxygen getting in there. I do want it at a certain temperature. I think it's about 20 degrees, I will check that. That's nearly up there now, 20 litres. There we go, that's 20 litres in there. I'm going to check the temperature, of that, and I'm going to put because it comes with a sachet of hops, in with these brewery tins, hop enhancement system. It doesn't say what hops are in there, unfortunately. You might be able to find out on the website. I don't think so, because I had a look before. Quick look. So I'm going to check out what temperature then. Leave to stand. Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't actually say the temperature you need. It just says 6 boiling points of water. So let's hope that's. But when I did it before, it was about 22 degrees you wanted. It doesn't say on this particular pack. Stir it a bit more actually. It's not, to be honest, it's feeling a bit cold. I don't know if that's because I left the had to wait for the extra kettle to boil, isn't it? So it's possibly might be a bit cold there. So, but I did follow instructions. That's what it says in the instructions. So you have got the temperature gauge on the back of here, but it takes a while to actually gauge it. So at the moment it's still not giving me a reading on the side of this fermenter tub. I think I'm going to add a bit more hot water to that actually. I wanted. While that's boiling, do a quick review of this Freedom from Freedom Brewery. Got some Lidl's £1.12. It's a pack of 4 for £5. So it's £1 £12.50, isn't it, per can? Freedom Brewery, their India Pale Lager. Got Lidl's 4%. Brewed in Staffordshire, England. Says the hops they use is Sentinel and Cascade for this. An unholy alliance of beer styles that brings out the best of both worlds. The crisp, refreshing flavours of a lager combined with the distinctive character of an IPA. Expressive, bright and balanced. Comes out kind of hazy there. I opened this about a minute ago actually, just before I put the video back on. That straw coloured, it did have a 1 finger whitehead on there. Yeah, it's citrusy piney. It does look more like a lager. Looks more like a lager to me, but it's an India Pale Lager. Well, it's nice and refreshing. Yeah, it is exactly a cross. It's the cross between an India Pale Ale and a lager. Citrusy and piney. Tastes really nice and refreshing. I still smell some of the sterilising fluid on my hands, so it's put me off to getting that a bit as well. that's made it slightly over the 20 litres, but you know, I just wanted, I don't want it start putting the yeast in when it's too cold. So I'll give it a good stir in, and then I'm going to put the hops in there and the yeast. Just read the instructions again. Then add the hop extract and the yeast. Doesn't say stir, it's no stirring after the hops, just put them in there, I guess. Put them in there. Well, that's, oh, it smells, it smells really good, the hops. Yeah, really citrusy. Nice smell to those. I'm going to put the yeast in there. Boom, boom, boom. Just going to sprinkle this on. Sprinkle it on like that. Now that's basically it. It's as simple as that, just a home brew, simple as that. And you put the lid on. Lid's got it's like a valve on there. It's got a valve on there so that all the air can come out, but no air can go into it once it's sealed up. Stops any bacteria going in there. So I'm actually going to put some water in there now. So you just fill it up halfway, water on both sides. I'll put that in there. Seal it all up. Put the lid on the valve. And that's pretty much it. Like I say, I'm going to put the heat belt on there and keep it at the right temperature. It needs to be between 18 and 20 degrees. What I didn't say is how long it takes. This is a downside to home brewing. You've got to have a bit of patience because it takes 4 to 6 days in the fermenting bucket, and when you put the hydrometer in there, that tells you it's ready or not. I'll show you that on the next episode maybe. When it's the right level on the hydrometer, like a measuring device, you put it into your keg then. After 4 to 6 days when it's ready, and then you got to condition it in the keg for 2 weeks, around 2 weeks. So it's going to be about 3 weeks before I can taste this beer. So that's a long wait, but like I say, good things come to those who wait, don't they? So let's hope that's true in this case. So that is about it. And obviously you add the sugar into the keg for the carbonation after it's fermented. And that's it. Leave it in the warm. When you put it into the keg after 4 to 6 days, you can put it in a warm place for 2 days, and in a cold place for it to clear and condition in there. So that is about it, guys. Really, I've got to invest in a more expensive homebrew kit. I think like a stainless steel one, stainless steel fermenter, stainless steel kegs. Just reduces the risk of oxygen getting in there. Really, it's all sealed up a little bit better, I think. So until the next time, guys, and let's see how this beer turns out in well, it'll be 3 weeks. But until then, see you next time.